Hey everybody. Well, today I'm going to be working on a bit of a steering cut. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to cut this edge right behind me in a way where I guide and direct the deer movement right by one of our favorite rut stands. So let me show you what we got going on. Alright, so here's a hard conifer edge up next to the hardwoods. Got a big, beautiful bedding cut right here. Just snowed last night, and look at the tracks. And they're in this bedding cut heavy because they're starving. But anyway, got the big bedding cut down through here. It's been a great one. And I got the conifer edge. They bed down in this cut behind me. They bed up in the conifers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down probably about 100 yards worth of edge here. And I'm going to try cut it parallel to the conifers when possible, because I don't want the deer to be able to penetrate it. Now if I did a true edge feather like these ones where I feathered them in or feathered them out, then the deer will find holes and be able to get through it. But when I'm able, I'm going to try cut them parallel to the conifers and try to guide that deer movement down to the rut stand we got right there. And I am okay with them continuing on this trail right here because we will have another rut option down over there. So that's what the cut's going to be, parallel when possible. I'm going to have to drop some in and out, I'm sure, just with tree lean and whatnot. But the goal will be to create a wall right here to guide the movement down there and right here. All right, all done. See, I got a nice big swath of trees behind me. Phenomenal screen / steering cut. Unfortunately, I'm on the edge of the pines today. This is where we know the deer bed this time of year. Well, normally not in April, but when we still got deep snow and just had a snowstorm, they're in there. And I did see a couple of dead fawns just on the edge here, so I'm worried there's quite a few more in there. We'll go check it out in a few weeks after the snow's melted and the deer have dispersed. But yeah, good day. More food on the ground at least for them. So here's the main spot I want the deer pinching down. They're going to come by right here. So you got the licking vine, stand back there. So they'll come by right here and they might cut over there. That's kind of actually where I'm hoping they go, because that's about a 20-yard shot. I'd rather they not come this close to the stand. That's a lower hanging stand. So if they can stay off 20 yards, that'd be great. Take that trail right there and then work their way up into the bedding cut. But this will be a nice little pinch to hunt, especially during the cruising time of the rut. Here's the look from up in the stand. There's the pinch. The trail will work like that. And the big cut I just did is right there, and it works all the way back through over there. So yeah, hopefully I can either pinch them down right in front of this stand, or they'll pinch down in front of that other rut stand we'll have on the other end of this. I got them parallel cut. I had to tip a few back into the woods, so ended up being about 10 to 15 yards wide. That's okay. It's a nice thick screen / deterrent, so the deer don't want to cut through there anymore. They'll come work out this way. We got food right down the hill over there. So it's a natural flow of movement wanting to go that way. But also I got a big travel corridor working through here, working off that direction. That kind of works through the whole farm. So they cruise right through here during the rut, either through the hardwoods or they're cruising through these spruce and pine trees. So looking real good. Let's go take a look at the cut. All right, so here is the cut. It looks like I hinged really low on these trees. Keep in mind there's still 2 feet of snow, so they're actually at probably knee to hip level, which is what I want when I'm doing a cut like this. I don't want the deer to be able to get underneath them. So there it is. The types of trees in there was a little bit of basswood, mostly ironwood, talk a lot about ironwood just because we have so much of it on the farm. They make a nice hinge. Don't normally live, but in this circumstance, I'm hinging every one I can, just because even if they die, that wood is so hard that the structure is gonna stay there for a long time. So it'll still deter the deer because they do not break down quick at all. You can see, for the most part, I was able to do kind of a 90-degree cut here, which worked very, very well. And I expect it to be, at least 2 feet higher once the snow melts, because I'm walking up on top of the snow. I broke through a few times today in there. It's a lot of snow. Here I'm breaking through right now. You can see. I'm up to my knees at least. But yeah, that was the project today. It should work very well to kind of push that movement right past the stand where I want it to. It also kind of separates the two bedding areas, which I like, because they do bed. They'll bed up in the spruce and pines really all year round. Love it in the winter and in the summer to cool down. It's nice and shaded. But they're in there in the fall for sure. But this bedding area back here, the hinge cut, gets really heavy usage in the fall. It's getting a ton of use right now too, just because they're in here browsing and they're absolutely starving. Everything. There's not a bud within their reach right now. They're to the point where they're taking the aspen and they're chewing it down. They're starting to eat the wood. They're past eating the buds. You can see that's an aspen shoot in there. Yeah, I mean, they probably chewed a foot off of that thing already. They're hungry. But there's the end of it. So they can work down in the bedding from there. Kind of force the movement down to the bedding where we got the other stand over there. And then the other part of the movement will be down there. You can see, whew, nice clean edge there. Just redirecting movement. We're at the point on the farm here where we have the bedding. I feel like it's pretty dialed in. I mean, there's always little things I do every year to tweak it and add to it, but we're at the fine-tuning stage where every year I'm just trying to fine-tune the way we do these habitat improvements to give ourselves those high odds bow shot opportunities. And that's what today was all about, plus just feeding the deer because they're hungry. So all right, that's it. You all take care. God bless.